sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Tar Heel, their rookie quarterback from UNC.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Big play there. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point forthcoming. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time. They're out there for a good time. Woman play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now in one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But confidence, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 26-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Maybe 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. Boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting.
And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton from 13 yards out. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Nifty move. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their... Comes out. Love lost it. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigskin at the 7-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Following the fumble recovery, Hines. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Give it up, touch my head.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Love now. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Loose inside the 30. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 77 yards. And the Packers get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And he'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Packers 7.
Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
The Raiders take over.
The Raiders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial. A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
He's going to launch this thing right downfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
There he goes, right side. Christian Watson. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Gets past one man. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raiders offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's had an early impact on the game. Sensational so far. And they'll likely be looking to find more ways to get him involved. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Raider first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Second Pirate.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, it's Thornton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
That's another.
They'll look to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now it's second and 10.
Incomplete. The coverage by Evan Williams.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Ashton Genty. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's another Las Vegas first down.
Back to throw again. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. The 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Genty is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19.
Looking to throw. Hines. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Packers 14.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. A beautiful fake. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, 74 yards. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Packers 21.
So So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's into the clear again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Down.
Now Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Okay.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing. Love. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready. Sticky green.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the rout is on here in this first half. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Pass there, call it the 26. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Point after try forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Packers get set to go.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football.
To number 48.
So we stop for no gain, and it'll be second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. Catch made by Watson on the out route. Now he's loose again. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Raiders.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Set, ready. Red, 38.
Here's Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
60 red.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Here we go.
Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 5-yard line.
Love from the gun. Yeah, he's got it. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. That's another Packers first down.
To the air again, Love. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
At the goal line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Check pitch.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Ready. Ready.
Back to throw. Love. He finds his man complete. That's Shepard. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to claw one back. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Packers 28.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Dances by him. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Throwing to start the drive. Hines. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17.
Looking to throw. Hines. And got his man complete. Through the middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first-half lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26.
The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. 2nd and 5.
2nd down and 5 yards to go.
Back to throw. Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Jordan Love sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Watson. On 4th down, the Packers called on Daniel Whelan to punt.
Formation for the Packers.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Come on.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it?
He's got him in. Complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton, 31 yards. And the Raiders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Raiders 7.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. 2nd down and 8.
It's second
Here we go.
and 8.
Here we go. 33. Yellow.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Ready. Block 40.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Down inside the 10. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Matthew Golden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to at least get 1 score back. Point after, right down the middle. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Jeanty has run a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Packers 35.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we wins. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Packers ready to take over offensively.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Okay, right? Come on, set.
Another try after the first down sack. Love gets around him. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's good for the Packers.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat. Brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they're trying to preach.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Hines. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
7, Sam Laporta. A gain of 3.
2nd and 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
I see through your eyes, I still enjoy the show.
Now the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go, with that. 60 red. 60 red.
Looking to throw. Love. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. Working out of the gun. Love. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The final shot before break. Hines. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It's week 9 of the regular season, basically the halfway point of the year. So let's get into it. Here are the highlights. Our look around the NFL starts now. At MetLife Stadium, the Jets at home for an AFC East battle with the Miami Dolphins. And it's Justin Fields. He connects on a 19-yard touchdown pass. The Jets get the hard-fought victory. They win by 2. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And it's the lefty, Michael Penix. He had it going. This, one of his 4 touchdown passes on the day. The Falcons close out the first half of the season with a victory as they move to 6-3 on the year. One more to bring you up. Let's go to Arlington. The Cowboys hosting the LA Chargers. And this is Javonte Williams. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Cowboys find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win.
Set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packers offense and the quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Love. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Love. Called a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Love. Pass caught. That's Golden. He's still on his feet. He may go. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Extra point right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton with career touchdown number 60. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would slow down. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. Miles Murphy racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. Oh, and that is incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table? A big play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest holds for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Raiders just continue to roll. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Can you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now, we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. To the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired.
Gets stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On play action. Love to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's good for a Packers. First down.
They go bootleg. Love. That's to Golden. He's got it right side.
Complete to Matthew.
Calling a gain of a yard. And that's going to bring up 2nd
Brings
down.
up 2nd and 9. At the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Love. And the Raiders have got him. Jervon Dexter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Here we go, set.
Looking to throw. Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result,
there he goes again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. 71 yards. And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really Unfortunately for them, have to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A gain of 6. And the Packers first down.
Opposite.
Play action this time with Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Operating from the gun. Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it. Can extend this lead out even further. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
brings up 2nd and 2. At the 44-yard line.
Yellow, 22.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Sometimes you have to serve as your own blitz control. And what I mean by that is there are going to be times when guys come free and they're going to hit you when you're trying to throw the ball.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, it's all about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Set, go.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll get this out to Genty. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's 2nd and inches. At the Packers' 18-yard line.
Play action. Hines. Pass complete right side to Bowers. Touchdown! Brock Bowers. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he returns this to the 22. The Packers offense set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Love now. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good for the Packers. First down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Gain of 13 yards.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Here we go.
To throw now. Here's Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game. If the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And the Packers, first down.
Here we go. Set.
A gain of 30.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he's had some kind of game. They made a play to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man is the rookie from Auburn. Down the sideline he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. 65 yards. And the Raiders are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. And now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now Love. That's taken in by Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
yards. That's good for a Packers first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Here we go.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Look at the big man rumble. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 on a Raider touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play fake. Here's Love. And Watson has it right side. Gets through and now an opening. And all the way down to the 39. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. He finds his man complete. It's Wade. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it will be 2nd and a couple. They will run out the gun with Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 28.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Packers.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Let's go.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, Love. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Their own 41-yard line.
Set to get this drive started. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. A little juke. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Now the Packers get set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually works. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Ready.
One last shot now for Love. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Raiders, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now.